Hi everyone. Hello. We'll start the session in 10 minutes. Okay. Please hold on.
Hi, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Is my voice audible?
Yes, it's audible.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So myself, I'm Anupama. I'm here SQL, MS Office, and Java trainer, and I have 3 years of experience. Previously, I worked as an associate software engineer in Test Yandra Software Solutions. Okay, so this is what about my experience, and my name is Anupama. This is about myself. And before we start the session, so can I know about yourself, guys? Anyone of you?
Uh, I'm a fresher. Hi, this side Abhishek, and I'm a fresher. I recently graduated and
Okay,
looking for training and get benefited so that I can be able
great,
to work with some company.
great, sir. Next, anyone?
Hi Anupama.
Hi, Saikor.
Yeah, I have around 7 years of experience in operations role.
Okay.
I'm looking to switch my career into as a Power BI developer.
Previously, what is your role, sir?
I worked MS Excel, creating advanced formulas, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUPs, and
Okay,
uh, healthcare experience I have. Now
great.
I am switching to my career into as a Power BI developer. That is what I am looking for.
Okay, great, sir. Great.
And here, SQL Server and Power BI both will be trained, right?
Yes. So here I'm going to teach you SQL. Power
Okay.
BI will be handled by another faculty.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So next, anyone? Can you please give your introduction?
I'm Srinivas. I have about 6 years of experience into HR sector. So I'm looking to switch over to data analyst basically. So that's where I'm just trying to, and get an overview on this basically.
Oh, great, sir.
Yes, good morning, ma'am. Myself Ganesh.
Yeah, Ganesh, good
Uh,
morning.
okay, I completed my PG in 2022. Afterwards, I have done in a 1.5 year in Tech Mahindra,
Okay,
MIS, as a MI student. So I want to shift my career to Power BI and SQL.
okay, great.
Okay.
So any others in this session? Okay, okay, that's it. Great. So now we will start the session guys. So before starting that, do you know about this SQL? What is this SQL? Why we have to learn this SQL? So many of you told that you want to shift your career from your previous role to this Power BI and SQL, right? Why you guys want to learn this technology? You joined here for to learn the Power BI as well as SQL, correct? But why SQL? Why Power BI?
No, because most of the time, most of the companies are looking for data where the data needs to be synchronized or reporting.
Correct,
So,
correct,
so I feel that these are the tools which are most common in the market right now.
correct, sir. So any other answers?
For troubleshooting the SQL queries in when we
Correct.
are working on Power BI development.
Okay. Okay, that's great. So let me share my screen and I will explain you in detail what is this SQL, why we have to learn SQL. So let me share my screen first. Okay, let's come here, guys. So here we are learning the subject called as SQL, right? We are learning the subject called as SQL. So here SQL stands for, any idea what is this SQL stands for?
Structured query language.
Correct. Structured query language. So SQL stands for structured query language. Why we have to learn this SQL in the sense? Since I'll just give some simple example, okay? So let's say that I'm from Tamil Nadu. Okay, let's say that I'm from Tamil Nadu and I came to Hyderabad newly. Then if I want to communicate with any other person, I just want to know English language or else what Telangana people speak. That language should I have to speak, right? But I'm from Tamil Nadu. I know only Tamil. But how can I speak with this Telangana people? Either I have to learn Telugu or else Hindi or else English. Right. So without these three languages, can I communicate with any other people? Can I communicate with any other people?
No.
No. Why? Because here I know only Tamil. But if I want to speak with this Telangana people, must and should I will able to know that Telugu or Hindi or English, right? So, but now what I'm doing here in the sense, those who knows Tamil as well as those who knows Telugu or Hindi or English, that person I'm keeping as my mediator. Correct. So means what? That person should communicate between me as well as the another person. So that is what the mediator. So here we are communicating through languages with one person to another person. Here also SQL is used to communicate with databases. Okay. Why it have to communicate with databases? So see, we are storing whatever the data we have. Till now we have stored in Excel. But the drawback with the Excel is we can only store the limit of data. If like see, for example, let me open the Excel sheet here. In Excel, how many rows and how many columns we can enter? See, in Excel, we can enter up to 10,48,576 rows. But how many columns we can enter? Up to XFB. So this is what the limit we are having. Whenever this limit has been completed, then we have to go for sheet 2. In this, if the limit has been completed, then we have to go for sheet 3. Like that, in a one sheet, we can only maintain up to 10,48,000, sorry, 10,48,576 rows itself, and we can only maintain XFD columns. Clear? So, but why we have to store here? Whenever we are storing in Excel, the data is limited, but it cannot store the terabytes data, gigabytes data. So, if you want to store the large amount of data, then we can store in the databases. Okay, so this database used to store large amount of data. Used to store large amount of data. Okay, so now in this database, we are storing large amount of data, right? Now, if you want to retrieve that data from the database, or else if you want to communicate with database, for example, let us say one employee is joining in a new company. Means I just want to insert that employee details into database. Means first of all, we have to know that how to insert the data. So if you want to know how to insert, must and should, if you want to insert or if you want to modify, delete, update any operations, if you want to perform, then only one language that is there, that is only not one language. MS SQL is there, MySQL is there, everything is there. So, but here we are using the structured query language to communicate with the database. Why? In the sense, so if you, whenever we are communicating, then only it will retrieve the data. Okay. Or else, if we sit simply before the laptop, can we say like this, hello database, I'm here like Anupama. Can we open the employee table and can you give me the details? If we say like that, it will give the data. No, right. We have to perform some queries. We have to write some queries like insert, update, everything we have to write. So if you want to write, first of all, we have to know the language. Okay, so in the name itself, it is saying that structured query language. So here, language in the sense, what is meant by language? We are using language for the communication purpose. Here, to which it is SQL is communicating with the databases. Okay, with databases. Next, in this structured query language, now we understand what is language mean. Query. Next one is nothing but query. So query is nothing but question. Query is nothing but what? Question here. So means I'm just questioning the database. I just want to retrieve the employee names from the employee table. Means what? We are questioning to the database we are questioning, okay. But how we are questioning in a sense? We are questioning in a structured manner. Okay, means structured in the sense we have to follow some rules. We are having some syntaxes like that. However we want, like that we cannot write the queries. So here SQL is having some syntaxes. We have to follow that syntaxes if you want to retrieve the data from the database. Okay. So up to here, whatever we have discussed clear. Just now we have discussed what is this SQL itself. So clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, so structured query language is nothing but what? It is a language. It is a communication communicating with databases. So now we will see that what is this database? We are saying database, okay. But what is meant by this database? Okay. So database, it is nothing but it is a place. It is a place where we are storing the data in an structured manner. Okay, it is a place where we are storing the data in a structured manner. For example, let me tell you the simple example and okay. So A means whatever the place it is, wherever we will store, that one we are calling as database simple. For example, let me take water bottle. Okay, so let us consider that in water bottle, are we storing the water or not? Yes, right. We are storing water. Means it is a place where we are storing some water. Now can I call water as a database? Yes,
Yes.
we can call. And
Yes, ma'am.
yes, so while we are going for college or else while we are going for our companies, we will handle with bag, right? So in that bag, what we will carry? Bag, in the bag itself, we'll carry laptop charger, mobile charger, tiffin boxes, lunch boxes, like everything we will carry. Means here, bag is storing these all accessories. Like, can we call now bag as a database?
Yes.
Yes, we can call. And rack, where we are storing our daily wears. And classroom contains chairs, board, table, everything. So nothing simple. It is a place where we are going to store the data. That's it. So here also in database, we are storing the data. But how we are storing? This is what the important thing. How we are storing. But we are saying that data. But what is meant by this data? First of all, we have to know the meaning of this data, right? What is the meaning of this data? We are storing data, okay. But what is this data? And what is the difference between data and information? Is both are same? If both are same, then why two names? Correct only, na? So what is the difference between data and information? Difference between data and information. If both are same, if you guys
Data
will
can
tell
be
that,
edited. I
come
think
again,
data can be edited, but information cannot be edited.
data can be edited, information cannot be edited. Okay.
Information can be rules and everything.
Okay. Any other, sir? Okay, I will tell with an example. Now suppose that you are working in a company. Let's assume that you are working in a company called as Google. Okay, so at the end of the day, your manager came and he is asking that, hello, what are the works you have done today? Okay, then you will tell to your manager that, yes sir, I came on 9 o'clock today and I have done this project, and I have take my lunch at 12 o'clock, and again I started my work. Now the time is 6 o'clock, I have to leave. Like this, if you tell each and everything whatever you have done, means large amount of data if we are saying, then that is we are calling as information. But the same manager will come and asking that, yes hello, whatever the work you have done, what is that work you have, he is asking that, what is the work you have done today? Then you told, yes sir, I completed this work, I have done this work, some pending is there, I'll complete by today. Means whatever the information that manager wants, we are giving only that one, right? So whatever the information needed, that one if we give, that one we are calling as data. But if you give the if you give the like data in a large amount, that one we are calling as information. So here data in the sense, it is a piece of information. Data is a piece of information. Means information is the large amount of, or else we can say that collection of data is an information. Okay. Somewhat piece of information is nothing but we can call as data. So understood about the difference between data as well as information. Am I going too fast or else is it clear?
It's clear. It's clear.
Clear, right? Okay. So this is what about data, and this data we are going to store in the database. So up to here, this is what about, and to communicate with database, we are using structured query language. So now I will tell that why we have to learn this SQL. Now we have seen SQL. Okay.
Anupama, would you mind giving more information about like details about data, information, and metadata and the differences about them?
Yeah, okay. So here, data is nothing but it is a collection of data will be there, right? So collection of in that information, particularly we are focusing on only one thing. That is nothing but data. And metadata is nothing but the data about the data. Or else, for example, let us take, everyone will take selfies, right? So I'm just giving the example for metadata, okay? So in metadata in the sense, if we observe one pic, or else let us take Kohli pic, okay, if whenever we see that pic, we will able to understand that okay, he is the Kohli, he is the one of the most cricket player, Indian cricket player. Like that we can understand. Means this is the data. But metadata in the sense, previously we know that Kohli and he is an Indian cricket player. But metadata in the sense, this is data. This about this data in the sense, on which date this pic has been like posted, on which date, and what is the type of that image, okay, and what is the format, and what is the size resolution of that pic. This is what about metadata. Okay, so we are having the rule that in this we are using the RDBMS. So in RDBMS we can store metadata. So metadata in the sense, so here we are storing the data, everything in the table format. But here in this table, we can not only store the normal data, but we can also store the metadata. In the sense, for example, let me open one page here. Like I'll open. Wait. So see here, I'm just opening the picture here. Okay, so whenever we are seeing this picture, we are able to know that this in this picture monkey is there, and in his hand one thing is there to eat, right? This is the data. But what is information? Monkey is there. In hands, one bread is there. Background trees are there. Flowers are there. The flowers are in the yellow color. This everything is information. But only monkey is there, and in the hand, bread is there. That is nothing but data. No, sorry, data. Now, what is meant by metadata in the sense? Just go to here and then or else right click in this image. Sorry, open the properties. Give me a minute. So see, this is about the metadata. Means whenever we are observing this is monkey, okay. But about that data, one more data is hidden. That is metadata. So see, type of the file is JPEG. We have opened this in Photos app and location. What is the size and how much it will take on the disk created on. Everything will be displayed. So this is about the metadata. This is what the difference between three, sir. Data, information, as well as metadata.
Thank you, Anupam.
So I will means now I'll go through this syllabus. So whatever we are learning in this sessions, now I will explain it. Okay, I will take you through the course content once. Then you will get better clarity that what we are going to learn in this entire session. And one thing that this SQL classes will continue up to 15 days. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
See, my laptop is somewhat slow, so that's why it's taking somewhat time. Sorry for the delay. So this is what the syllabus content. Okay. So in our entire class, in this entire 15 sessions, we are going to discuss about the syllabus. Okay. So firstly, we will discuss about this. What is this DBM database? And in database, see, we have discussed database, we are storing, okay. But if you want to store, to maintain that, we need one software, right? So that software we are using here is RDBMS. So RDBMS is nothing but software. We will explain in detail whenever we are going through these sessions. Okay. So next. So here, if you want to work with the SQL queries, you have to install SQL Server. Okay, we have to install SQL Server, and these everything all about the installation steps. Next. So we will discuss about how to create the database. If created, okay, how to delete that database. And if you delete, again how to back up that one. Everything will learn. And transact query language. Transactions will perform some transactions. Means if while we are performing the queries, so queries, if we are performing the sense, those are transactions only na. So in detail we will explain. One thing, main thing, entire SQL depends on these 5 things. Among these 5 things, the most important concept is this data query language. Okay. So now itself, I'll give one clarity for you. SQL totally there are 5 statements present. Total there are 5 statements present. First one here, first one is data definition language. Okay, we can also call this one as DDL. Second one is data manipulation language. We can also call it as DML. Next. Third one is transaction control language. We can also call as TCL. Next, data control language. We can also call as DCL. And the finally last one is nothing but very, very important. That is nothing but data query language. We can also call it as DQL. So now I'll give you some basic information. What is these 5 statements with? Okay. So here DDL stands for, it will specify that how to create the table. How to create table. Once if we create table, okay. For example, if you want to modify table, then how? So that one, table creation, okay. If you want to delete, then so if you want to create the table, if you want to change the table name, or else if you want to delete the table, or else if you want to perform any modifications in the table, only in the table, then we are using the data definition language. So this is used for creation, deletion, and rename, how to rename the table name, and how to make the changes for the already created table. This is what about DDL. Next, coming to data manipulation language. Table has been created, okay, but now we have to insert the data, na? Correct? So that one, insertion. Next, for example, I have inserted the data called as Raja. But instead of inserting Raju, I just created as Raja. Means in the place of you, I just written A. Okay. In the place of you, I just written A. Then we have to modify the rows. Right. Then we have to use one statement called as update. Then if you want to delete the data, we have to use the command called as delete. Ma'am, previously in DDL also modifications you told, delete also you told, na? But in DML also you are saying why in these two delete and update is present. Yes, in both it is present. But DDL only belongs to table. If you want to update the table, if you want to modify the table in the sense, if you want to modify the column names like that, you have to go for DDL. But in that table, if you want to modify the data, then you have to go for data manipulation language. Clear? Up to here, clear? Clear, Andy? See, if I'm going too fast, then you can please tell me. Or else if you are not understanding, you can ask me. I will explain once again. But you have to respond. Why? Because this is the online session, right? Only through interaction, we have to go through these sessions. So is it clear up to now or else any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay then. So the third one is nothing but transaction control language. So in this, so see in previously we have created, completed, creation completed, insertion is also completed. But now if you want to save the data, then we have to use the commit statement. Okay. If you want to save the data in the table, we have to must ensure the commit statement. And we have to use the rollback statement. For example, by mistakenly, I have deleted one row. Now I just want to retrieve that row again. Retrieve that row again. Then we have to use rollback. This is about the transaction control language. Next one is nothing but data control language. So now our table is looking like fine. But now, for example, assume that one client or else one new employee has joined to our company. Okay, let's suppose to say that Tech Mahindra is there. One new employee has joined to that company. Okay, and that person has joined as an accountant. Okay, now what we have to do, sir? Whatever the access is there, we have to give to that person, right? So like that, I have give my whatever I have access, entire access I gave to that person. Now let's suppose to say that that person is resigning and going to another company. So whatever the access we have given, same as is we will give whenever that person is going to resign. No,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
We will again take that access back. So again we will take why if he is going to another company, there is a chances to misuse with our data. He can control our data from another company, right? So means what? We have to take that access back. Here also same data control language in the sense, for example, I'm working with one database. Okay. For example, let's suppose say that here I having employee database and here I have student database, or else let's suppose to say that Google database is there and mm, Infosys database is there. So now one person has joined in Google and he worked for 3 years. Okay. So when he joined, we gave the access. But now he's shifting to Infosys. Okay. Now what we have to do, whatever the access we have given while he is working in the Google, that one we are taking back. Why? Because if he goes to Infosys and there he can misuse our data, means he can tell our company secrets to Infosys company, right? So for that purpose, we have to take that access back. So like that, here also, for example, in Google database, if you want to give permission for Infosys, then we can give. And after giving, we cannot permanently giving. We can also take that access back. That is nothing but we have to use two commands called as grant, and then second one is nothing but revoke. Grant is nothing but giving the permission to access one database information to another database. Okay, one database information is giving to another database for accessing. Revoke in the sense already we have given. Again, from that database we are taking the access back. That is nothing but revoke. This is what about data control language. Coming to the next one here, data query language. Very most important concept. Means why I'm saying that this is very important in the sense entire data query language is used for retrieving the data from tables. So only task whenever we join as data analyst or business analyst or reporting analyst or else software engineer, anything, if you learn SQL, then the main part is nothing but data query language. Nothing but in this, we are supposed to see that how to retrieve the data from the tables. So in this again, it is classified into 4 types. First one here is select. Second one here is projection. And then third one here is nothing but selection. And then the final one is joins. Okay, these everything we will see in the further classes while we are discussing about that session. So, okay, next differences between each language we will see. And already table creation we will see in this DDL. And constraints, the most important one, constraints as well as data types. Next one. So see, constraints is nothing but a rules given for the column. Simple. For example, if you are attending for any interview, some basic rules will be there, right? Like you have to wear formal, you have to bring resume with us. Like some rules will be there for some companies. Like that here also constraints in the sense, rules given for column, not for table. Rules given for columns. Next, data types, data manipulation language, data query language, building functions. So the every function we will see. Next, coming to joins. So these are the types of joins we are having. Set operators. From school onwards, we will able to know this set operators. What is union, all, intersect, except, minus, everything we know. And subqueries view security, transaction management system. So security in the sense TCL. Okay, sorry, DCL. Okay. So here subqueries means, for example, sir, I will tell you an example here for your better understanding. So for example, my manager came. Okay. My manager came and he is asking one question to me. What is that question in the sense? He wants all the details. He wants all the details. All the details of employees, okay, but he is giving one condition. What is that condition in the sense? He wants all the details, but that condition is those who are earning less than some person is there. Let us assume that that person name is like Raja. This is the question manager gave to me. Okay, what is that manager question? He wants all the details, those who are earning less than Raja. If you observe this question carefully, so here what he is asking, details of Raja, those who are earning less than Raja's details. But if you observe, without knowing the Raja's salary, then how we can find the all details? Correct only, na? Means in this question itself, one unknown is there. So finding the unknowns is nothing but subquery. Okay. For example, if my manager came and he will ask, if he asks, like, I want all the details also are earning less than 50,000 means it is very simple. I will write only simple 3 lines of query. Okay. Then if he is asking that those who are earning less than Raja, but one unknown is there. I don't know Raja's salary itself. Then how can I find those who are earning less than Raja? So for these purposes and all, we have to use the concept called as subquery. Here it is. So everything we will means everything we will learn in this sessions. Okay. So this is what the course condenser. If you want this, I will share this in the group itself. This is what about today's session. If you have any doubts, you guys can please ask me. Any doubts?
No, we are good.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. So if you are interested, then you can please contact to our friend desk madam. Okay, she will be in touch with you. So give me one clarity that am I going too fast or else is it okay or else I'm going too slow? Is it understandable or else?
It is understandable, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Any suggestions you want to give for me?
It's a good teaching and nice understandable, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you so much. So yes, you can leave for the day and this is about today's session and have a nice day for you all. Tomorrow we'll catch up in the same time. Okay. And if you have any timing issue, you can contact with our friend desk madam. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. You can leave for the day.